I've just got to get diddied up for the race.
What's that for?
Being extra sleepy. Because I swim at the front, everyone tries to grab my feet, pull me back. So I want to try and get off the front this time.
Thanks for being here, and once again, congratulations so much.
Will Draper just showing those years of experience.
You said it, you don't want to have a sprint finish against Will Draper.
No, you do not. Will Draper from Great Britain, the winner here today for the third edition.
Already, this is your winner of Challenge Elmere 2025, Will Draper.
I've never seen anything like it in my life.
So we're back home after Challenge Salou. A great result if you followed it for me, having taken the win there. So we did a day in the life kind of pre-race, which was cool, especially ahead of having a good result. So if you haven't seen that, you can go and check it out. Yeah, into Salou. So going out to Salou, always like racing the challenge races. It's nice just to see the same faces, and like I got picked up from the airport by the race director, so it just shows you like how sort of small and close-knit you are when you go to these events. And yeah, it was like a good quality field. So yeah, there's some really good guys, and I was excited to kind of race in this smaller field. I think that at this stage in my career, the smaller races suit me in terms of there's less like motorbikes in the way, there's less trains on the bike, like big packs and stuff like that. And the course also had a lot of hairpin turns, which stops you kind of, if you're further back in a group, they're quite annoying, so it suits me more because I'm obviously just on my own. So anyway, started the day obviously with the swim, slept like shit the night before, which is fine. I always think like sleeping is a recovery tool, and to sleep bad the night before doesn't really get to me. Had a good swim, really good swim, much better start than Valencia. So even though Valencia was my best ever swim, I felt like I had a terrible start because it was like a lot of running. Both Valencia and Salou, you had to run in, dive, swim a bit, and then it went too shallow to swim again. So you had to get up, run, dive, and then swim again. So it was a bit like, felt like I was swimming around some decent people and was working hard. One of the things I struggled with in Valencia was the back end of the swim, and I think that's something that we kind of expected because I've been doing so much drills and so much like broken up swimming that we knew the back end was going to be the harder part. My training into Valencia, maybe 3 or 4 weeks into it, swimming wise, we were doing some slightly bigger sets, so I continued with them. And when I say bigger, I only mean like 4K and like a 2K working set, but previous to that it was literally drills. So I felt like a little bit more confident on that back end. Decent transition. It's a little bit slower for me because I swim with my tri-suit down, pull the tri-suit up, get through transition, and then yeah, get to work. The plan was to try and like ride to the front hard to try and get there in case there was like motorbikes and stuff, whereas sometimes I just slowly time trial my way through to the end of the 90 kilometers, but I did want to push at the start. And with the out and backs, it was easy to kind of see where the group was. So I seen that 2 had gone off the front. I didn't know who it was originally. It was Jack and Harry. So they'd gone off the front, and then I seen there was like the group behind them of about 8 guys. There was like 1s and 2s that I was catching, but I'd just kind of go around them. Caught the group after about half of the first lap, maybe just over that. So it was 4 laps. That was really early for me to catch the group. Was going to sit on, but I thought like that a lot of the gaps looked like less than 20 meters between the riders, but that is, I think in reality, 20 meters is less than I have in my head. So then after, I think it was about 1 lap, it was 15 seconds to the front, 1 of 4 laps. And then I caught Jack and Harry at a turnaround. I went to sit behind for like maybe 30 seconds. I just ran into the draft because it was, I don't know, I just think maybe when you're riding up to them, I was pushing quite hard. I was pushing about 350 watts, and then when I got there, I dropped to like 300, but I still went into the back. So then I was like, I'll just go to the front because I have caught them like in a relatively short space of time. And I was like, worst case, I just do a pull. And then they kind of, we all work together because we obviously still have, it's not just us 3 in the race. At that point, we're still very early on in the day. So I went to the front again, like felt good, stayed relaxed. Didn't like try to drop them, but didn't ride with the idea of working together. It was just continuing doing my own thing as I normally do. Kind of got to the end of the first lap, seen that there was a small gap, which was good. So I kept lapping my Garmin just to relax and was pushing decent power even on the lap. So I'd be like, oh, I'll drop to 300, I'd lap it and I'd still be riding at 320. I think my average for the whole thing was 325 average and about 338 normalized, because a few sections where, like, obviously in and out the hairpins, you're not pedaling. So overall it was good power, best power I've pushed for a 70.3, and I had a really good position on the bike, made sure I focused on that from the work we've done in the wind, the aero work we've done in the velodrome with Q-Cycle. It was nice to kind of validate the bike and the choice in changing bike. At some point I was always going to have to come off my old rim brake P5. It was a great bike. It's fast because it's rim brake, so there's usually a little bit of a cost to going on to disc brakes, but obviously I think that bike split was maybe the fastest by like nearly 4 minutes on the day, so it was a really good bike split from me, and I was glad to have done it that way. I don't really like that feeling, not that I've had it many times. I had it in Gran Canaria last year where you've got like a minute or a minute and a half lead. I had that over Johnny in Gran Canaria, and it's like a high pressure run. You're under pressure because when you come off the bike you might have this great advantage, but at the end of the day you still have to run really well because the standard is so high. And Jack as well is a strong runner. He was a minute faster than me in Valencia and I had my best run ever there. So I ran like within myself. In the end it was averaging 326 per K. At the start it was at about 324. I just was like listening to the gap. Everyone's telling you different things. Like there's some people saying, oh, it's 3 minutes, it's 4 minutes. Then you get an exact split like 312. So you can't really like work out whether they're catching or not. But it was a weird run because although I was relaxed, it was kind of like not the nicest run to do, because when I felt good, I didn't squeeze on. And then you obviously still have your rough patches, and I did slow down for them. So overall it was like not the greatest sensations on the run, but it's a weird feeling because obviously I've raced really well at this race in Salou, but then I don't want to, like, you don't always get days like that. Like it was a really good day. In reality I won quite comfortably against like a really good field, which I didn't expect it to be that way. I'm obviously really happy it was that way, but I would have, it's like, yeah, it's that feeling of like, oh, it's good, but then is it bad? Have I peaked too soon? But as I say, in training I haven't tried to peak for this race. I did a really solid Tuesday, Wednesday into the race, and travelled out on a Thursday, which is later than I normally would. So yeah, I can't like be disappointed. Well, I'm definitely not disappointed, but you know what I'm trying to get at here. So overall, yeah, I ran I don't know what the time is, 111 high or something, but it must have been a bit short because it was 326 per K. So yeah, back now, getting ready for the next race, the championship. It's a different course, less technical, which probably doesn't suit me as much. There's going to be a bigger group. Maybe the swim suits me better because to do the championship you have to get top 6, so generally the standard's higher. So I might come out, if there's 50 guys, I might come out 40th, which seems bad, but that's because on average these guys are like top 6 contenders at challenge races. So it might mean that there's a massive front pack and that I could be 40th, but I could be within a minute of first. So yeah, that's my roundup of Salou. I've done it in one take. Hopefully it's not too boring, but it's nice. When I was like earlier in my career and when I sit on the turbo and stuff, I do listen to people just going through things. I think the day before I went, I was on the treadmill and I just watched like the whole of Joe Skipper's park run through his meta glasses, and he was just talking about South Africa and stuff. So yeah, these YouTube videos, they're not like, I think you can overcomplicate them because I get like a couple hundred views, which is not many compared to a lot of people, but it's, you've got to start kind of posting stuff and getting it out there and building your channel. And I think it's nice just to have a more of an insight into what I did and what it took to win in Salou. And also like, we'll have some special kind of videos that aren't on races about more detailed looks into swimming, biking and running. So yeah, hopefully it kind of grows this year, the channel, and then hopefully I can get some more support and sponsors. And then if Jacob, the guy who helped me with my last video, he does Harry Sweeney videos, if is over more regularly with his partner's family here and their newborn, then it'll be nice to do some of them like more third-party film videos. I've always like thought that that's a cool thing when you see like Lionel and Sam and all the guys in 70.3 and full like long course triathlon that have videographers and stuff. They set like a decent standard for YouTube. So yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed this video, and yeah, we'll be back next week. I'm going to do a video for the race week leading into the Challenge Champs. They actually gave me number 1, which is crazy. I'll talk about it in another video. And I'm number 1. I say it's crazy because I've done that race a lot, and I remember the first time I did it and I was so far. I think I was last out of the water by miles, and I worked my way through the field slightly. I think I made my way halfway up. But it's crazy now to be going to that race, given number 1. Don't really feel the pressure because it doesn't make a difference. I'm not number 1 because I won it last year. I think that would be a bit more pressure. But yeah, I'm looking forward to going there, giving it some gas, and hopefully having a good result as well, and building into San Fran and Roth. So yeah, thanks for watching.